Hey guys, I want to remind you, if you are looking for any of these tools that I use in any of these videos, there are links in the description. And I do have to let you know they are affiliate links, and affiliate links mean just basically if you click on that link and you order one of those tools, I get a small kickback. It's not much. It doesn't cost you anything extra. So I appreciate all of you guys and your support. We're seriously almost at 1,000 subscribers. So if you're new to this channel, watch the video, see if you like it. And if you like it, man, subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button. And for all of you guys who have been subscribed, I appreciate all of your support. So let's jump into this video. Alright guys, so today we're going to do a cut. Obviously he's got some mixed hair, so it's curly, but it's not super kinky curly. So that kind of makes it tricky at times. But he likes a mid-ball fade, and we're going to keep most of this. He does like a rounded shape to it, so you kind of want to pick it out a little bit just so you can shape it. He just told me that he normally doesn't wear it picked out because he doesn't like the look, but you still kind of got to get it picked out so you can get it all one length. All right, once you pick it out, it's been a while since he's had a cut, so we're gonna debulk. I'm gonna grab my 2 guard, and I'm gonna use a brush. You could use a comb or a brush at this length, but I'm gonna use a brush. 2 guard, and we're just gonna debulk, but we wanna scoop out to keep that shape. And here, don't worry about it if it's not super blended or anything. We'll go back, and with this curly hair like this, you're never gonna get those type of blends you would on a straight hair. Make sure you brush all that hair down, see where it's laying. A lot of this here, we're gonna freehand. In this cut, you definitely need to use your mirrors to make sure each side's even. And I'll kind of show you how to do all that. So kind of walk to the front. Make sure this here is even on each side. Kind of looks like this side needs to be a little higher. All right, once we do that, we're gonna set in our guidelines here. Because we don't have a lot of room to blend, we're gonna start really low here. Almost basically like right where his earlobe is. Kind of like that. And then bring it around, and then you wanna drop it down. And then we're gonna clean up his beard too. So if you watched my last video, I told you anywhere from the bottom of the earlobe to the tip of the nose is technically the sideburn. So that's where you wanna try to get that blend. So make sure you don't take this too far down. Some people like the blend to come way down. So it's really preference on your client. And then again, stop the guard line in the back, the center of the back of the head, and come back over and do the same thing on this side. This just helps the guidelines to stay even. All right, once we get that guideline in, now we're gonna start blending upwards, and we're gonna use no guard, liver open. And again, since we don't have a lot of room to blend, we need to try to keep that in mind and don't do it. I would probably say 1/4 of an inch or so, maybe 1/2 inch max. Use the corners. And then while we don't have a guard, we're gonna do our first step on blending the beard as well. That'll save some time, so we don't have to go back and do this. And then also, while we don't have a guard, we're gonna go ahead and try to knock this line out. What's up, dude? I'll be right with you. Shane's in the back. So use your corners while you're doing this. Play with the lever. So this cut here, it's tricky because definitely got to do a lot of lever play because we don't have a lot of room to blend. So this is a tougher cut, a lot of corners. But we'll go ahead and clean this line up all the way around the head. All right, now once we take that line out, we're gonna do one guard open. We're gonna blend in the beard here. You play with the lever, close it, open it, and again, don't just lay flat. You wanna kinda straight and then come in. All right, here, lever open, flick out. Set your next guideline. Then we're gonna soften that line up, close the lever, use your corners, go up a little bit. Do that all the way around the head. Look down for a little bit. So after we do that, I know we debulked with a 2, but we're gonna take our 1 guard and we're just gonna kinda clean up that last little line, and the rest is gonna be freehand. As you do this, make sure you kind of flick out. All right, before we start working our way back down and cleaning all these lines up and getting rid of them, I am going to freehand this just so we can see what we're doing. What I like to do, especially if you're not super confident, is open your lever as you do it. And you want to place this part here on his skin, kind of like that, and then just go straight up. Kind of like that. Look down a little bit. Then once you do this, come to the front, make sure it's even. This part here. It looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna grab my 1 guard again, lever opener. I'm gonna clean up some of this stuff. Again, because it's curly hair, you're never gonna get a perfect blend, so you gotta remember that. Just kind of flicking out as I do this. All right, now that we can see a little bit, we're gonna work our way down. We're gonna start with our 1 guard, lever open. And we're gonna kind of flick out and clean up that line there. I'm gonna take my lever off here and detail this. So I gotta get. Look down for me. Just do that all the way around. As you're doing it, you might have to play with the lever here and there. All right, once we're done with the 1 guard, we're gonna grab our half guard. And this is where we're gonna take that last line out here. About halfway, use your corners. Play with the lever, open it, close it, whatever you think you need to do. But if you're using your corners, you won't commit as much. So if you accidentally go too short or something, it's a lot easier to fix. All right, once you do that, now we're just gonna detail. Just look in the mirror, see if you see any lines or anything, then go back and clean it up. Can you tilt your head a little bit? Right there, perfect. So here I see there's a little bit. This is the one guard lever closed, using my corners. Make sure you brush the hair back where it wants to lay. With this hair texture, every time you run your guards over it, your clipper, it's gonna push the hair. So that's why a lot of people use brushes to brush it back down. This is no guard. Definitely use your corners while you have no guard. This is lever open. I'm just gonna kind of clean up. Look in the mirror, looking good. Half guard. And we'll just do this all the way around the head. Just detail real quick, and then we're gonna move on to the top. Look down a little bit for me. The back doesn't look so bad. Looks like we did pretty well blending it. All right, so real quick before we move on to the top, I'm gonna blend in the rest of his beard. This is the wall 1.5 guard. We're just gonna kind of get that last little bit blended in. All right, now we're gonna move on to the top. And this is all freehand here. We're gonna leave it a little long because the picture he showed me of his hair, it was pretty long. As you're freehanding this style hair, always start from the back and go up. This is the highest point of the head. If you start from the front, it's a lot easier to patch it. So, we're just gonna kind of just clean it all up, straighten it out. We're not gonna take a lot off. Remember, he wants it rounded, so we'll have to round it out a little bit. You know, this is where it gets its shape, right here. Then here, we're gonna clean that up. We're just gonna go straight up a little bit, and this is gonna show his edge. Round this out so it's not a hard edge. All right, once you think you're done, come to the front and check it. Make sure it's all even. This side's pretty high. We're gonna lower it. Perfect. Perfecto. All right, we're gonna clean him up here, clean his lines up, clean this up. We are gonna go through here with our shear over comb and touch all that up. Chin up a little bit for me. Look up a little bit. Alright, chin down a little bit. We're gonna clean up his edge now. And then his C-cups, you wanna make sure it's even here. So his edge isn't too bad. And it's not gonna be super crispy or anything like that, but we're just gonna kind of clean it up. All right, now we're gonna do shave over comb real quick. We'll just clean up around where that blend stops. Turn your head a little bit that way for me. All right, now we just gotta edge his front up in his beard with the razor, and it's basically done. Hopefully you guys learned something from it. It's a tough cut to do, especially with his hair texture. Definitely takes practice, and a lot of it is, you know, playing with the lever, using your corners, things like that. All